All right, so you're thinking about a career as a heat treatment furnace operator.
Sounds pretty interesting, right?
We're going to take a deep dive into RoleCatcher's guides today to help anyone get ready for an interview.
We'll be looking at both the career guide and the interview guide.
We'll even touch on how we can use RoleCatcher's AI to really stand out from the crowd.
But before we get into all that,
Yeah.
what does a heat treatment furnace operator even do?
It sounds like they work with some pretty serious equipment.
Well, you're not wrong.
Uh-huh.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
You're kind of like a metal magician.
Oh, okay.
You're using these high-tech ovens to change the properties of metal.
Making them stronger, tougher, more flexible, whatever the job needs.
Exactly. You got it.
So there's some real skill involved then.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just about cranking up the heat.
Gotcha.
You're overseeing the entire heat treatment process for castings.
Castings.
Yeah. You know those metal parts made by pouring molten metal into molds?
Oh, yeah.
You'll be interpreting computer data fine-tuning temperatures?
And loading those vessels with, like, strategic precision.
You got it. Attention to detail is super important here.
So let's get to the interview.
All right, let's do it.
RoleCatcher's Guide has 10 common questions we can look at.
Yeah, we're going to break them down one by one.
First up, describe your experience with heat treatment furnaces.
That seems pretty straightforward.
It does. But what are they really looking for with this question?
I think they want to see that you understand the process, even if you're just starting out. Think back to any relevant experience you have.
Yeah.
Internships, classes, even personal projects.
Personal projects.
Like, did you ever weld something or work with metal in any way?
Oh, I see.
Try to connect those experiences back to the core skills.
Like monitoring temperature control safety.
Those are some magic
They
words.
sound pretty important.
They are.
So don't just say you adjusted temperatures, for example.
Right.
Tell them how did you.
What tools did you use?
What challenges did you face?
And what did you learn from that experience?
I like that. Bring those experiences to life.
Exactly. And, don't underestimate the power of personal projects.
Yeah.
Even something like building a forge in your backyard.
Whoa, okay.
Shows initiative and passion.
That's a great idea.
Right.
Okay, next question. How do you ensure the furnace is operating at the correct temperature?
This one seems pretty basic.
Yeah.
It is basic, but it's all about showcasing your meticulous side.
What do you mean?
Talk about your familiarity with different furnace types, gauges, monitoring systems.
Okay.
How would you double-check readings?
And calibrate instruments.
Exactly. Safety is a big thing here, too.
Oh, right, of course.
They want to know that you're a stickler for protocol.
So it's about showing you understand the importance of accuracy and safety.
Absolutely. It's like baking a cake.
Okay.
You wouldn't just guess the oven temperature, right?
No, you wouldn't.
Makes sense.
Okay. On to question 3. How do you handle the loading and unloading of the furnace?
All right. What's the key here? I think the most important things are safety, efficiency, and precision.
Okay.
Have you ever operated a forklift?
Oh, that's a good point.
If you have, definitely mention it.
Yeah.
But even if you haven't, you can highlight any experience you have with machinery.
Okay.
Lifting heavy objects, following safety rules, things like that.
What about specific techniques for loading different types of castings?
Oh, that's a great point. That's
Yeah.
super important.
Yeah.
You can mention things like weight distribution, preventing damage to the castings, and optimizing space in the furnace.
Got it.
It shows that you're thinking ahead and considering the whole process.
I like it.
Right. All right, question 4. How do you know when the heat treatment process is complete?
This one sounds a bit tricky.
Yeah.
It's all about showing that you understand the WHY, not just the WH-way.
Okay.
I think you should go beyond just the timer.
So what else can you mention?
You can talk about visual cues like color changes in the metal, but also don't forget the technical data.
Like temperature readings, time cycles, cooling rates. You got it. And remember that metallurgy knowledge from the career guide? It's all connected.
So it's really about showcasing your understanding of the science behind it all.
Exactly. You're not just pushing buttons.
Right.
You need to understand what's actually happening at a molecular level.
I see.
Okay, are you ready for a story?
Yeah, bring it on.
All right, question 5. Describe a time you encountered a problem with the furnace and how you resolved it.
This is a great opportunity to show off your problem-solving skills.
It is. Have you ever noticed a weird sound or a temperature fluctuation while working with a furnace?
I haven't personally, but I can see how that would be a problem.
Even a small issue can be a great example if you explain your thought process.
Okay.
How did you identify the problem? What steps did you take?
And what was the outcome?
Exactly. Show them you're proactive and can think on your feet.
So even if it wasn't some major meltdown, any troubleshooting experience is valuable.
Absolutely. Every problem you solve is a chance to learn and grow.
I like that. All right, on to question 6, and this one's a big one.
Uh-oh.
How do you ensure the safety of yourself and others when operating the furnace?
Definitely a big one.
Safety is key.
Couldn't agree more.
So how do we tackle this one?
Well, this is non-negotiable. They want to know that you take safety seriously.
For both yourself and your team.
Exactly. Start with the basics.
Protective gear.
Gloves, glasses, the whole 9 yards.
Yep. Then go a bit deeper and talk about things like lockout, tagout procedures.
For maintenance.
Yes, emergency shutdowns, ventilation.
Okay.
Basically show them that, the rules and why they matter.
I think some of our listeners might not know about lockout, tagout.
Oh, good point.
Can you explain that?
Of course. So it's a safety procedure to make sure machines are completely shut off.
Okay.
And can't be accidentally turned on during maintenance.
Oh, that's important.
Right. Imagine someone is working on the furnace and it suddenly fires up.
Oh, no.
Lockout tagout is there to prevent exactly that.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's all about preventing accidents. Yes, and it's not just about knowing the procedures.
It's also about understanding why they're in place.
You got it.
All right. Question 7. How do you ensure the quality of the heat treatment process?
Right.
This sounds like it requires some in-depth technical knowledge.
Yeah, you're going to want to geek out a little on metallurgy here.
Okay. So,
how do you monitor those critical parameters?
like temperature, uniformity, heating and cooling rates, soaking times?
Exactly. You're proving that you're not just watching the clock.
Right.
You're understanding the science behind each step.
And how do you actually test and inspect those finished castings?
Ah, that's where you can show off your testing knowledge.
Like what?
Things like hardness testing, tensile strength, microstructural analysis.
Okay.
Mention any tests you're familiar with and how they relate to the quality of the final product.
Got it.
And bonus points if you've ever used any quality control software or systems.
Oh, yeah.
Show them you're tech savvy.
I like it. So it's about connecting those tests to the bigger picture of making sure the final product meets the standards.
Think of it like a quality control checklist for building a skyscraper.
Ooh, I like that analogy.
You can't just eyeball it.
Yeah.
You need specific measurements to ensure it's safe and sound.
Okay, next up, question 8.
Right.
How do you maintain the furnace and its components? Is it all about major repairs?
Actually, it's more about preventative care.
Preventative care.
Things like regular inspections, cleaning, lubrication.
Okay.
Those routine tasks are key to keeping the furnace running smoothly for a long time.
Have you ever spotted a potential problem during a routine check?
Oh, yeah, many times.
And prevented a bigger issue from happening?
Definitely. That's a great story to tell during the interview.
So it's about being proactive and understanding that even small maintenance tasks can have a big impact.
Exactly. It's like taking care of your car.
Uh-huh.
Regular oil changes might seem minor, but they prevent big engine problems down the road.
That's a great point. All right, let's move on to question 9.
Okay.
This one's all about communication skills.
Sounds important.
It is. How do you communicate with other team members regarding the heat treatment process?
Well, concise communication is absolutely crucial in this role.
Yeah, you're working with a team.
Exactly. So they want to know you can relay technical information clearly, document procedures, give updates on the process.
So it's about more than just talking.
Right. It's about making sure that everyone's on the same page and understands what's going on.
I see.
You're like the conductor of an orchestra.
Okay.
You need to make sure everyone's playing their part at the right time to create this harmonious symphony of heat treatment.
I love that analogy.
Okay.
All right, final question.
Let's hear it.
This one sounds a bit intense.
Oh, no. What is it?
Describe a time when you had to work under pressure to complete a heat treatment process.
I've definitely been there.
What should people focus on for this question?
I think you should highlight your grace under fire.
I like that.
Think back to a challenging situation. Like what?
Maybe you had a rush order.
Uh-huh.
A sudden malfunction, a delay.
Okay.
What did you do?
How did you handle the pressure?
Focus on your problem-solving skills, your communication, your adaptability. Show them you can keep your cool even when things get heated.
Uh-huh. That's a good one. So it's less about bragging and more about demonstrating your resilience.
Yes.
And ability to think clearly when things get tough.
Exactly. You're the calm in the storm, the voice of reason when everyone else is panicking.
Powerful image.
Right.
And remember, every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow.
Couldn't agree more.
All right, we just powered through all 10 questions.
Who did it?
I'm feeling fired up and ready to tackle any interview.
That's the spirit.
But hold on, we're not done yet.
We're not.
We still need to talk about how RoleCatcher's AI can help personalize our prep.
Oh, yeah. and give us an edge.
Okay, now that's what I call bringing the heat.
Let's do it. So are you ready to unlock the power of RoleCatcher's AI?
I think so. Tell me more. It's like having your own personal interview coach.
And a resume guru all in one.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm interested. Let's say I've got my resume all polished up. Where does the AI come in?
Well, it's not just some basic spell checker.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI actually analyzes your resume against the specific job requirements.
Wow, so it's like having the hiring manager look over my shoulder.
Pretty much. It's like they're telling you exactly what they want to see.
So it can tell me what skills I should be highlighting.
Yes, and which ones I need to work on.
That's amazing. Especially when you're competing against so many other people.
Right, and it goes way beyond just resumes.
Oh, really?
Let's say you're practicing your answers to those interview questions.
The ones we just talked about.
Yes, RoleCatcher's AI can actually analyze your practice videos.
Whoa, hold on.
And give you feedback.
On my answers.
On your delivery, your content, even your body language.
That's incredible. It's like a virtual mock interview.
With personalized feedback.
Exactly. The more I use it, the better it gets.
Yes, the AI is constantly learning and evolving.
That's so cool.
And remember all that great information we got from RoleCatcher's Career Guide?
Yeah, about career paths and different experience levels.
We can use that during the interview.
Oh.
It's about showing them you're not just looking for a job, but a career.
Okay.
Like if you're entry level, you can highlight how much you want to learn and that you're interested in certifications or training programs.
That makes sense. It shows you're invested.
Exactly.
What if you already have some experience?
Then it's time to showcase your leadership skills.
Okay.
Have you mentored other people?
Implemented new processes.
Taken on more responsibility.
Got it.
Those are all things you want to highlight.
So I should be positioning myself as someone who's not just qualified, but also wants to grow with the company.
You got it. Companies want to invest in people who are in it for the long haul.
This is great advice.
Yeah.
It's like we're not just prepping for an interview.
It's more like we're mapping out a whole career.
Exactly. But before we get too ahead of ourselves,
Okay.
we did talk about some of the pros and cons of this job.
Yeah, the physical demands, the potential hazards, the repetitive tasks.
It's important for anyone listening to really consider these things.
They are.
Are you comfortable in a physically demanding environment?
Are you okay with the potential risks?
It's not just about getting the job.
It's about finding a career that fits your life.
So before you go to that interview, take some time to really think about it.
Are you passionate about this work?
Are you willing to face the challenges?
Are you excited about growing in this field?
If you can say yes to all of that,
then go for it.
You've got this. All right, so we've talked about the interview and how the AI can really help us prepare.
But what about the bigger picture?
Yeah, what if this is more than just a job?
What if you want to build a career in heat treatment?
Exactly.
That's when things get really interesting.
Okay, tell me more.
Remember the career stages section in the guide?
Yeah.
It's like a roadmap.
It shows you the different levels you can reach.
From entry level all the way up to those senior roles.
And the AI can help us with this.
Oh, absolutely.
How so?
It can analyze your current skills.
Okay.
And then suggest areas you can specialize in.
So like becoming an expert in a certain type of heat treatment.
Exactly. Or focusing on a specific industry.
It's not just about climbing the ladder then.
It's about finding your niche.
Finding something you're really passionate about.
Right. You could be the go-to expert for aerospace alloys.
Whoa, that's cool.
Or maybe you specialize in the heat treatments needed for medical implants.
The possibilities are kind of endless.
They are. It's like finding the perfect recipe.
For your career.
Yeah, combining your skills with what the industry needs.
And the AI can help us figure that out.
It can help you uncover those hidden ingredients.
You mean those skills I might not even realize are valuable?
Exactly.
Okay, but how do we get there?
Do we need more schooling? Not necessarily. Continuous learning is key.
Okay.
But that doesn't always mean going back to college.
So what can we do?
Well, the AI can help here too.
Oh.
It can actually pinpoint specific certifications or courses.
Oh, that's helpful.
That'll give you an edge over the competition.
So it's like a personalized learning plan.
Exactly, tailored to your career goals.
I like that. And what about networking?
Oh, that's super important too.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher has this huge database of employers. And its AI can connect you with companies that are looking for people with your specific skills.
That's amazing. So it's not just about finding any job.
It's about finding the perfect fit.
A place where you can really grow.
Exactly where your expertise is valued and your passion can shine.
I'm feeling inspired.
Right.
We've covered so much today.
We have.
It feels like we've given our listeners everything they need to launch a career.
Not just get a job.
Yeah, and heat treatment.
We talked about the technical skills, the work environment, the importance of safety and quality.
And how RoleCatcher's AI can help.
Every step of the way.
We also emphasize the power of continuous learning.
And the potential for growth and specialization.
It's an exciting time to be a heat treatment furnace operator.
It really is.
So to everyone listening, remember, preparation is key. So is passion.
Yeah.
Embrace those challenges. Never stop learning. And don't be afraid to create your own path.
And never underestimate the power of a well-crafted resume, a confident handshake,
and a genuine enthusiasm for what you do.
Well said.
Lifelike. That's all for today's deep dive.
Thanks for joining us.
We hope you enjoyed this journey into the world of heat treatment.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep learning.
And keep diving deep.